values, because that in itself doesn't have a value. You ever hear a tree or a dog come up and say, my name is a dog, or I name tree, and I value such and such? Huh? But we give them names and value and talk about categorization and all of these things, you understand? Pedigree and all of these type of things. The dog ain't know nothing about that. You understand? You want this dog to look nice and all of this, and talking about, you know what is a German Shepherd? you understand? Dog ain't know nothing about that. You understand? Never come and tell you, well, he values such and such and such. You understand? Those are our values. We are giving values to these things. And once we understand that, then we're making this distinction, because we're becoming more intelligent, because why? Our son is born. Anpu is born. And because Anpu is born, now Anpu is there to what? Help prepare, protect us, our bones, and open up the way for us. Because he's the open up the way. The more intelligent you become, is the more the road open up for you for understanding.
I think 83.
83?
I think. I see here is Anpu addressing the Tsar lying on the funeral pyre.
Let me see, just turn the picture, let me see.
Here's one.
That's one there, yes.
There's one.
And that's a good thing. You see, all along the line, you've seen Anpu all through it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And there's another one on 100, and what's the different thing you're talking about, but on 113.
Yeah. Just now I'll find it for you, or just now.
I don't think it's in this book, the one you're thinking about.
You don't think it's this book? All right then. But you will find it Anpu right through the whole story, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Anpu's always with his father.
Always there with his father, right? Good. He becomes the opener of the way and the protector of the bones of his father, Osar. He prepared the body of Osar through mummification for traveling in the nether world, which means the astral plane, or you understand, the subconscious world. Let's stay with the astral plane. He prepares the body through mummification. What is this mummification in one sense? Let's go about it. Why would he prepare the body under mummification? What is this mummification? Has to do with you. He embalmed the body and prepared him for the travel. Well, we are traveling through time and space. Also, we travel into the astral plane. And to make proper traveling, to travel properly into the astral plane, it means to say you have to have a proper management of your emotions. Your behavior must be in accordance, I like to say, let me use the old term, in context to the life that you choose, which is the spiritual life. You can't have a behavior of one thing and then practicing the next thing. It's a transition. I can't be a bus driver and practicing to be a bus driver, and at the same time I won't go ride bike with a team with bus driving suit and tell people I am a bike rider. No. Your behavior has to be in context. So as it says, when the tongue and the heart are close together, let me use it this way, then you're closer to God. And to find God within yourself, you have to practice discipline and principle. If you don't have discipline and principle, you cannot be the good man that Neptech wanted to associate with. You see, everything is there. Time and space is there. But we must be able to manifest our higher quality in order to accept and appreciate what is there. If we are not doing that, then all we see along the line is nothing but problems, trouble, hatred, greed, anger, rage. Because why? Our son, Asa, we as Asa, we haven't penetrated deep into our faculty or deep into the womb of our own self in order to, what we call it? To cause, word sticking my head, it can't come out now. To cause Nebjet to breed. Not, no, it is not breed. Breed is more like horse and all them type of things.
Impregnate?
Impregnate. Yeah. you understand? So we have to use our mental faculty, as I say, as our testicle internally to penetrate the womb of our own self in order to bring forth our sons. Not the literal child that we have. And even there, when we bring forth that child, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, then the literal child that we have, we've been able to treat it with respect and dignity. Because it is an offshoot of you. Through the intelligence, one are more clear in their decisions. Through intelligence, we try to give a breakdown here of what the ritual here, it gives you more clarity. Rather than just seeing nothing and don't know what you understand, you are more clear now in what it is. So you can make a proper decision. Do I want to be a part of this, or I don't want to be a part of this? Does it make sense to me, or it don't make sense to me? Sometimes you can say you have more information now, you can make a more informed decision. See? So as you go along the line, your decision becomes more clear. You become more profound now in your decision because you are more intelligent. You've been able to discriminate the real from the unreal. You've been able to see what we call it, the manipulations in things. The unrealistic things that we take for reality. So we can make proper decisions. The things that affects us in life, that we hold on to from childhood, we hold on to a lot of things that is affecting our life, even quote unquote in what we call a manhood state or adulthood state. We hold on to it and we didn't let it go. Because we are not intelligent enough to know that it is not working for us. It's not that we don't see it, but we haven't grown intelligent enough, and that intelligence in the sense we have matured enough to let it go. You see, intelligence has to go with maturity. If you're not mature enough, then your intelligence hasn't grown to the point. You have to let it go. It don't work for you. So the boundaries that you make, you have to have proper boundaries, and your boundaries must be boundaries that are not being trampled upon. It's why some people remain to be who they are in one sense. They just remain without any friends or anybody coming by them because they put boundaries. And people come to trample upon the boundaries, and when they say, no, you can't trample upon the boundaries, they don't want to have nothing to do with you. You see? That's it. See? That's it. See it? That's it. See Anpu? Anpu on top the coffin, you understand?
He protected it and
Call it protecting the bones of Asa.
right.
Yes, protecting Asa. So intelligence protects you by the question of being able to discriminate, to know the real from the unreal, so you don't walk into problems unnecessarily. You can sit back now and think about it. You can look at things constructively. You can see it. well, I have to go down the street here, you understand? I was called into a meeting here, I was called to do something here, or was called to meet these people and them here. Well, you know, we do good in a type of way, but why would they call me now? What's going on here? You catch? Intelligence, you began to look at the realness and look at, you understand, the foul play and all of these things, because Seth does that, you know. Calling, you understand, the manipulation, you understand, and using words, but not the truth. You know, we use words, language in a funny way, right? And the media does it well, very good.
Oh, yeah.
You ask somebody in the media a question, they don't answer the question, but they project themselves, right?
Politicians.
I'm hearing that they're going to have war tomorrow. Is that true? You all in council to have war? Well, we're going to protect our people no matter what course it takes. I didn't ask you that.
Right.
You see? You see? Good. So I'm saying here now, so your decisions are more clear. You are better able to manage your emotions once your intelligence is, you're growing spiritually, your sensitivity is growing. One finds value in living, and through having values for life, one can see and understand and have a better relationship with the universe and all that is there within it. I mean, once you have values for yourself, self-esteem and such like, you know, all that is in the universe, you can learn to appreciate it. You see? You have values. And you know now that all things in the universe, the relationship that we once had within the universe, you know, many people have these kind of relationship with the universe. Well, I shouldn't be born. And you know, as a bad lucky person. And you know, well, you know, as a this and you know that kind of relationship? As though the whole world crashing down on you. Well, once you began to grow, you began to understand, intelligence is growing, then you began to realize that the relationship with you and the universe is as some can be. The only difference here is how you're thinking. That is all that is making the difference. So through intelligence, one is better prepared to live or die. So I'll quote and try to wind it up here with two proverbs. You see, once you're an intelligent person, as we would say, as I said, intelligence goes with your maturity. You can withstand and face the issues or the challenges that come to your life. You know, without always buckling and blaming and accusing and, you know, pointing fingers and such like. Then you realize to yourself, it's not that we, you know, many people think because we are spiritual, we don't need people. You need them. We all need each other. It's a relationship that we have. And if we don't have that relationship, it's why people is dying of a heart attack, broken heart, or how they call it, grief and all of these things. And we're becoming that type of people, never like to call it, we're becoming a faceless society. I'm sitting right in front of you, and if you have to talk to me, you get on the phone. You're going to text me, or you're going to call me, and I'm sitting right in front of you here. Yeah.
It's like couples when we say go out to dinner.
Yeah.
They're each on the cell phone.
Yeah.
They sit on my table, you know.
It's so weird.
Get rid of the table. Let me sit down on the floor. No need to go at anything. You say, you go in a corner, I go in a corner. You take your plate and go down there, I take my go down there.
Yeah.
We don't need that. You see? So a quote here in the sense. Proverb. Man and woman to become godlike through a life of virtue and the cultivation of the spirit through scientific knowledge, practice, and bodily discipline. Or says a good man. See? So, the cultivation for man and woman, your objective in life is to become God-like. Through a life of virtue. Now, virtue, many people think because they give something, you understand? You understand? Well, the 14th Amendment, they give the 14th Amendment in this country too, but they're taking it back very easily.
Yeah.
You understand? Cool. The next proverb. Make yourself the subject of intense inquiry. In this way, you will discover its goal, direction, and destiny. So you need to make yourself the subject. You have to scrutinize yourself. Introspection must be at all times. Watching the things you do, your actions. Don't live a life of consistently being regretful. Always in a state of mourning, always I regret this and I regret that. But live a life of understanding. And once intelligence is growing, then the son, Anpu, is born. Then Anpu will be able to lead you through the valleys of the shadow of death and protect your bones. Anpu is going to lead you from that state of intelligence into the state. And the next subject will deal with the next son, which will be Heru. Hopefully we can do that maybe next week by the divine authority, let's put it this way. So any question before we wind this part up here?
Yeah, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember the exact wording what you used a minute ago, but when you said it, the first thing went off in my mind was, and I guess I'm asking you, how do you deal with here in this society that we live in, racism exists. And you look at our history in this society, in this country, in this culture, you see what racism has existed, still exists. There's so much hatred towards our people, towards the President of the United States. And how do you deal with, well, better yet, I get angry, I'll be honest with you. It hurts me. And I ask myself the question, why do these people hate us? Because of the color of the skin that the Creator brought us into this world to be. How do you deal with anger? I don't know if you can get angry in those kind of situations.
Well, the first thing is understanding yourself. As I said before, not understanding what people say about you. Now, I was given a name and they say my name is Joseph, they say my name is Foster. That's what they say. So that's a cultural saying, let me put it that way. But that's, as I said before, it's not me. But I come to identify myself as who I am. So the real me in the sense. And because I understand the real me, then that ignorance that is being spilled out on the outside day, it really doesn't affect me on the point that it affecting you, but it affects me from the point of what we call righteousness and injustice. Not from the point of race in the sense, but righteousness and injustice. So we as a people, let me include myself, because we carry the same complexion. We under this complexion are the one who fall victim of that injustice of the society. So I look at the injustice, and we of our own complexion also turn back and perpetuate the same injustice amongst our own self. So trained behavior, right? So what we need to do is to understand these things and try to get it out of our system before we can go and do any other thing in order to help anybody else. I know it's kind of a hard, yeah.